Abusuafo yenim se wachina da eni disifo na hyese wo twi protest de tia isi na enu wu na ke Ghana ke for free and fair Ghana wonum de omo agimu bi ye bisa agim jeneyi e ba ne sanya dentia
Ambassador Alhaji Sina
and some because when you ask us here soon Shannon so say ye wo Afro Towers abanso tenten emu General Post Office in Chen Accra Central and nti yen Shannon so pa say ye kase boy no ubetumi ade unumakuo a wono woji wonum die na ba na sa wonso to bibi no a wonso betumi de abai baba mu dawo kama e de akakase no ho ama netimi SP esita na ye hyew se wo de ba anotewafo be kan kama sansa yen so kane amfa nshampase ne so kane de hye kane adua so ma ne hyerem obi anya bidia na tese wo so de ba ma ye bo hu dawo ne ye hu na de papa wo ye ne de wo ton se se ya ye wa bato afi mu de akua donko ana sa fefranto no na obekwa ma no hwan na okwa ba na buzafo kingafo ne fam boni masa wa ba charge me bremini
na satia me zao
Alajo ma de na manim kata Facebook so bitu senso bwa echinchima fide ni mai ya mo akwa ba
station rock the super all day hot 93.9
Institute of Energy Security IES wonu mu kiremu se ahwa afango no wonu mu so na wo kiremu se so hwemu pa pricing window no a joda eye September bosome no na etoso edunsia ye ne day no anhwa na efiti ne koya wonu etumi ateso na Copec ekiremu se wote eye petrol bo no so a diesel so hu ebeba mu bia wa bra ni so obete so na femfamaja LPG gas no na wo chechemu se what is so hwese won bete so baye homo pemi enu 2% ana homo pemi enu 5% na etumi ama wono mu a wonum eto petrol ene femfamaja eye LPG gas no ene bokura diesel no wan ha wonum kakra yenim se wonum ejremu a wobubu yi sesen ya na diesel betimi aba 13.642% homo pemi dumiensa chepo ensia enan ni mienu na ye per liter sama mekan na famajano so aba bedru baye 15.345 per kilogram na aba ne sa na tse Ghana for atadu for wa yare ate den sense so wato from bubu ma Ghana for super tware wonum se egu aba ne so se aba ne sa e kan bibia na wo chemu se wato so a na tse nkrofa maso international market no eno so aba fam eninti ena wose wotumi to so sa adema wo ma Ghana fam wo sekitwa bia enswa enti ena wonum ete so sa ebeboa pa na yane Adam Yakubu aya research analyst Institute of Energy Security Ekwenkomo inti
Consumers of various petroleum products on the Ghanaian fuels market should expect price of these products to fall between 2 and 5% in the second pricing window for September 2024. This comes at the time international price of petroleum products have seen a free fall with varying levels of different prices for the individual petroleum products. Specifically, when monitoring the international fuels market, gasoline did see its price fall by some 10.62%, gas oil did see its price fall around 6%, and LPG fell by some 2.64%. The Ghana cedi for the first time has recorded its slowest depreciation by some 0.09%. The cumulative effect of these two measures of a slow currency depreciation realized in the first pricing window for September, coupled by the significant price falls that have been realized over the last 2 weeks, the IES is anticipating prices to fall on the local fuels market, and so consumers are to see in the coming days some respite being felt at the pumps when going to buy petroleum products for their vehicles.
It's about 14 chance and say enyinam kanea enka ho na mom se hwe fan go no a ye fu no petrol no and afem from meja LPG gas no ebo no ebetimi aba fam ho mo pay enu de kwaso mo pay enum 2 to bear 5% inti Ghana for yemon paye na efiti ne ya adwoi e de kwa kwasi ni fie dade na enteso na ye hwe no wetimi e de aba
ne kasa no na oche se ade ba ko obesere Ganafo no bia ate no waso se uhwemu a amapani akufado galamse no ye wo kwai ene nyama na sese ya ebetimi edi egu akwam se de be ya ebetimi atu asepa yewura Amon kote aye local governance expert ensem yo de tudwa ene dai anopai abrada don kwabra pra etakunyam amon ne di hu komama se wan de nipa na ya bo mudini kran won hyere ni omini ena no kokko na nkyem so no we bi so yewura abet kandapa obetimi aye adwuma no ana
Obekaya adwuma wadi wo Ghana ha na no look some controversy kakra.
Oh, I see.
Oh yes, from cocaine beer he was in charge of interior or something, working behind the scene. No, a terrible kakra. Ya piani ama kodu baby kodu ulma or deno ya sa kofa we are version ko babunu na minister babunu no minister no system is corrupt to the extent that the Bank of Ghana plan ono talk alampego. What are we talking about? Because any money bowa me person me deni ho a me ntiase chemical mercury other hazardous chemical heavy metals na omude wash gold ni na no every you produce bi wa onim company dey produce mercury wa so it comes through the port. So why don't we turn all those chemicals into prohibited goods? And it's better than a regular system. And the water system, so you can't come in with a fresh mercury. And yes, Abia.
Yeah.
So then you start stopping the whole activity of mining, at that point. Because if you prohibit hazardous chemicals now, companies now or more other chemicals in the ban, you show them say that chemical is maybe. What is the most interesting part? Of course, Spain, Italy, or more produce hazardous chemicals. You who produce hazardous chemical or the carry the product and the material data sheet.
Yeah.
And that can tell you how dangerous the chemical that or trauma at here. And they have their batch numbers and they know where all the chemicals are going. And from almost, they know that it is coming to West Africa. From West Africa, it is coming through Ghana. And from Ghana, it is going into the mining area. And it is a system, this quantity of mercury, you push it back Ghana. Don't you think I was a started baby?
ɛne yɛte yɛ ɛyɛ local governance expert engineer Amon Kote na wɔde ensɛm wei ɛto edwa
abusuafo ya to so take it over kan kase na gusu akenkan ho otari economy and search ponkono so enya gusu akenkan wo abato afeye nim se ganafo amanyoku ahodo wono ma wotu franka de ama amanyoku ahodo no wono ebomode bontoa na yenim se de kane mapan John mahama ebontoa na afe so kra no mapanye be de che Dr. Alhaj Mudawomia wono so ebontoa obi afa ne reanimate na afe ma me akwa donkono so nani abrepa enya asam keto wakofale for nomination na wonu mo ka ho independent for cheda ene ade na che so ma ga na kire wadwama mo ni ate ase pa atumi atu aduase a enya asam keto ayegusu a ye hwese ye betumi ato aba December bosomi da to so enso na fe de obedi nkoni maje atomu de obedi ntwoso aje atomu na chese kire wadwama mo ni ye di nkoni ma na se yakoye ni mabada sa wo ma ga na di nkoni enya manyoko bi ena edi nkoni na fe de odi nkoni no waswakofuna mo so a kire se wo yiwo eyi ade wabasum ne magana ama magana yakra behwe na me no kasai no kane mapan John Dramani mama wakanse bi na wakontoabo ewo nkapuni mantemu a wade nani ekire mo botia no nlesha manfo mabato mpeso ane so eye BANC na okodu won waka kire Ghana fo agya wo gi simpie ni apa ene ne yezu no majeso ayaza uye mizu no wajeso ya meza Ninsama wakane se de ekoso magana se sei keta shapre kanka ni dwumde no kura se yenji ni encha no se wono na braso anasa na aba mu ena ekoso sanka sabre so jabantu guaba anka wono matu na aba yegukura na so akwai sa sofo na wose wono ka no kura sichi turodo ka no kura no wono meja do kura na to baabi na mpanifo mpa aka se no kura da ma me bibi anu na so do be makoko yifri ho a sabia buru papa ba wono ne naye won nti no kura de yantu sabini aka wo kire mu se sepa se de ekoso won pipi aba mu na won mo ye niema wonye ni ye na sikadie basa eniema mo ye de magana fo a na fo mu ne won mo ye no so no pa na ban ena ekoso sa o nka soja bantugo abam wo wa John Dramani mama e kasa kire se de NPP ye entiasie nim afreso kura asofo a eninti ne akoko wura wo so won kasa no won nyina ka won manu atum na nanom ma wo so won so kasa bi church traditional leaders no obia kana no atum na sabio e ba ne saa na tese entwa ye kura wo se ama benedi atete nyate poi na beto Ghana for so yentie ni
nyina de ti krom ha ye wo asofo wo ha ye wo imam po wo ha ye wo ahemfo wo ha ye wo civil society organizations wo ha enso NDC kan akwai te say NDC yankwa ene pe asem e wo se nyina ye kabom na ye ma ya no ko ba ko ne ka kire of aban se wudi sema mudi edi Ghana for no emre na so se mo beko enso wo be hu se ye beko ohene bi ho o se o ye bo abaso ejuma pa wa ye no na de ye ko asori a ne ama na koto ho o ye shira ho what FM 93.9 o ko bosom ha ne hwehwe ensa egu abosom no so e ka se why ade ye bosom no be di wechi na we den kunim biom aban fo we wo be den kunim biom 7777 ezu na mena make ankasa kata se share ne proya akoso e wo MPP aban mu anka ye NDC aban a anka by now soldier for etu ya aban ne fi ho mena make no kra na make chemo kata se share ne proye ene ewisam ene kronobo akoso ewo baomia ne akofo ado abaimo anka ye NDC ene koso ewo NDC abaimo a anka se ye tu abainagu ezu na mebia ye obibia ye kase ye nipa ne bebre ye nya atrom efese wo de hwe me ogidi se NDC na ene be din kunim wa abatro no ezu inshallah NDC be din kunim eza na o de hwe na hwe NDC din kunim ni eba omo anaka kaye omo ntimi kasa MPP abaimo kaka no suddenly ebe vanishe omo ana omuti pai omo MPP abreso omo ntimi kasa NDC abaimba o de try na hwe omuti pai no ebe ko ombenya paracetamol anom ezu
Into Betia, I pay Omano, big. Nasa for here, and then you, Mumbeji or Mino, Ezu Sasem and Yamma, Yamino and Queenie, and no any TSI. Hypocrisy is what is pulling this nation back. If we see the truth, if it's black, it's black. If it's white, it's white. It doesn't matter who is in office. We must be truthful at all times.
I'm sorry for Kanema Penny John Dramani Mahama. Now, side to judge them, say, a camp stadium, a banded Ghana, national embarrassment being penny, or Mamoon and Guasian to say, now just say, yes, see a tears of power and Guasium, which you say, and young mamma say, and you be buying 1 moon for whom now 1 moon per Ghana, Moody Ghana, and Costro, our 1 abaymu. Now there 1 more pan is a word GBD, Guama, 1 moon chima, which you say, and Quayama 1 sa, about the Sunday back. Now 1 was Saba, Bermuno so bedra. And yama obese samu Ghana obeye ni ye ni ade ntina ogusu a wo bantu aka kire Ghana for say ye numa wo no bese wo man Ghana no ma ye nka ni wo machi modede ni wo machi akwa na se ye ka ne se ye ka ni ye ma man Ghana ye sanse nchirima ba na so man Ghana nkroma Ghana odade to wo no atetia prapansma ye se konte bese ya wo no bebo yenya ye free wa ansa na wo no ba ne tiri so akasa ye ma me ne papa no ye sister samu yes wo no ma wo no bi ka no one man why cry.
I say FIFA say national team yambo match bia o Ghana have you. When you in Ngwase Emma Ghana, the first time in the history of Ghana, FIFA say ye ni stadium bia ye bet me abo match ye FIFA match e o Ghana. When you na ye say yambo mabaso omo ya there. They say we should clap for them. They've done well. Meanwhile, all African games ever almost 85 million for sports stadium rehabilitation. Nina Yenchendi Nkofa Febi. At least eba year for all African games. At least eba year almost the 18 days per Ghana. 18 days. 15 days. At least free Africa by 15 days. And you did $15 million. And it's a chance every day be $1 million. Almost be $1 million. Every day be no, and send me be what's here. I don't want.
I was for way I can name Penny John Dramani Mahama.
Panikwa sanso da tudwa eye Dramahama na ka say. Was say otina ebeba so. Say otina 17 from ana you. NDC amanoko no o my Ghana ha tifa na afropo na toye wo mo ebeye demonstration wo ye check ase e de tie electoral commission e fa no voter register na e ba bontinance na eno na ma isi kwa chese NDC wo bibia omumra no omu na trase na omunum asumbi kuruwa na demonstration de enfa so bia emma na so kanama Penny John Dramani Mahama chese the endis bayam aya de papa na be magana fo nyina botantia isi washada e bidie fi mu na bidi kura akokọ yida na wotina dan endis amaneko no matam bi se ne ba bia se empase ensuase eprose eduanko mu na mo watamotrom enhen ba bia endis amaneko nkokodu no omo ye demonstration ade etia isi pani di se ni tuda na obontoa awan kamanta na se weni da tosu mienu ana kanama Penny John Dramani Mahama se obese Ghana fo nyina na ndi se titafo ocho biempemra na ma demonstration fatia electoral commission eno so nkoko danche so no December 7th Mankai NDC.
And I just want to make a point that our issues with the electoral commission are not because we don't like the commissioners or the EC. Our issues with the electoral commission are because we want peace during and after the election. And so when we raise issues about the electoral process, it's because we want the EC to sit up and do his job so that all of us can have confidence in the electoral process. And the only way we can get the EC to do his job is to put pressure on the EC to do it. And that is why on the 17th of this month, that is next Tuesday, we're doing a demonstration to the EC office. And that demonstration is not only NDC, it is all Ghanaians who are willing to join the demonstration, so that we go and tell EC to sit up and do its work properly, so that we have a peaceful election. That's the purpose of that demonstration. In the recent survey that was done by Global Info Analytics, it showed that 58% of Ghanaians still have trust in our EC. Despite all the issues our EC has, a majority of Ghanaians still trust the EC. And so they should not betray that trust. During the district assembly elections, part of the country voted one day, and the next part of the country voted the next day, because the EC was not prepared. Can you imagine what will happen if on election day, half of the country is voting and another half has not voted yet? Can you imagine the confusion it will cause? And that is why we're saying everything must be done to help the EC to do its job properly, so that we can have peace in this country. And one of the issues is the audit of the register. It won't be the first time we're auditing the register. When I was president, the MPP insisted on an audit of the register. And so Charlotte Osei, who was the EC commissioner, formed a committee, an audit committee, chaired by the late VCRAC Crap, a retired justice of the Supreme Court. And they audited the register and addressed all the issues of all the parties. And we all accepted that that was the register we're going with. So this is not like something new. People are behaving as if NDC is being troublesome by calling for an audit. It won't take more than 2 weeks to finish a proper audit of the register. And that's why we're saying the EC should accept, form an independent committee, let it go into the register, accept all our complaints, clean up the register, let us all be satisfied, and then we move on. That is our demand. And so on the 17th, everybody is joining and marching to the EC to demonstrate and put pressure on the EC to get up and do its job.
Edwachi ana kane mampani esanso chese abayin solia wose waye 12,000 kilometers of roads. Nebuso akwan ewahin. Wonde ohun se akwan e bia na 12,000 ni nya wo chebi. Enti se Ghana fo ehwehwe 12,000 kilometers of roads na munko chebi.
Everywhere I go, every traditional ruler who has spoken has complained about the poor road network. And I'm saying that the MPP say in 8 years of Kufuor, he did 3,000 and something kilometers of roads. In NDC, they say we did 4,700 kilometers of roads. And they alone have done 12,000 kilometers of roads. And the question I'm asking is, where are those roads? Because everywhere I go, the main complaint is about the road network. So I don't know. Well, I've not been to Ebuakwa yet, and Chebi, where the president comes from. But I hear that there the roads are very good. So maybe that is where the 12,000 kilometers of roads are. But everywhere else in Ghana, the roads are terrible. And so when we come, the new roads they said they've done, we'll audit them to find out where the money that has been paid for 12,000 kilometers of roads, where has it gone? Because we can't find those roads.
Abusa anya ati ye kana mampani John Dramani Mahama.
Abusa for yen to aswe. Election Observer Group IFA one care for free and fair. Care for free and fair elections Ghana care Ghana. One ejnomusa one de one machita ma kane mampani John Dramani Mahama nini any this yamanyo kuono say one chemusa aye ye enough is enough. One de protest over vote demo. Wanum chemusa wachona da adruso no na ke Ghana se wanum ginamu de mu ode pa wanum ginam pampe na asem ketwa wachiremu ese ewo se voter register na mu da wo fan wo bia te ne ho asem na se yekoto aba December bosum da so no a wo bia hu se abaya metu ye de metu man wano na akwa ma no no na yaka ma no na Facebook card ye ono so ginama ya to aba na ma no ono so mitima ye ne fan sanse panimfo mpo se utrimpe fa ntiamwa wonku Electoral Commission of Ghana reject fra na wono mo frese anka wono nya independent forensic audit ewo register no ehu na krata what kasia yensa kabie ne se ke Ghana say actively na chese pampie so wachena wolum jiramu demonstration no protest no a enya sam ketwa kra be fa se wonu protective votes and rights no betuma boama electoral accountability and transparency say emu beda ho fine na fe obia kumato ne yemu no etimi akoso na yeguso ehwe se yani executive director ke Ghana Ora David Komia do betwe nkomo yabomu pusunanka yehwe yensa kanwa yede ne beba
yensa kan ni de anya yenko awutu Senya West NDC communication officer yafanu otu labi wali nipa mienu bi enei wo migina awutu beku district court court no de odano aye leadership na womi konto de no makoye asembe kure nie sa otu labi eni nipa mienu na kan no yese ai wamo parliamentary candidate ama NPP yewa yije ahin wane Dr. Baumia omu posters etata ho wo ho light pole ho nkwanchan toilet ho ajana bia so omakwa wawai eba sa no na hu behia se yedo mbakwa gina emenenim enedei ekokot no ekosi sei yesi Sami Jamfi ono ya National Communications Director Ekohobi wakwa ten do ba ten do jaho ene atentrodo BKB no koto bi ma hen
mai me do so
wara ma koto ko we say
mama de di kan we de mami cheti fu nyana mi mu bibia from the fulfillment in pempen de asemi si awutu Senya West constituency honorable Gisela Tete the constituency mu asem na ye kan na NDC communications officer Cassius Otulabi ene emanche menu bi e kan ho na da chezi yesu se omako assembly na omokoye no drip machines ya aban de ba ese yefe duri akwan fanya akwan yi sa drip machines no na de se Eugene Ayin emfuni etal ho ana afri Baumia enso emfuni etal ho na omontia de se machines e dia ba se yemfanya Ghana kwan na machines na ye Ghana de no na se bi ubidini process better no their score political point de nya jom ya aduna yi na just mo de mra na share mo ntama amoa wa ite ba na sha no na oppose vote mi ba mu a Thursday last week Thursday na esa so mu amadema mudika court ema o man na patutututu abo ba 8 mimi court o ba 8:15 mi court na just asem no kwa ye ni 5 minutes asem so court wa ye di asem na wi we no ankasa no ye de 2000 atu nipa ba ko bia ajisu na ye di asem wi ya ye se ya grant mu be na ke di se no ye beja wo mu a na ya ti se ofa Ghana card bibra omo ye release omo no fa Ghana card bibra san di je omo kwakwa anti no mu ya Ghana card ni bi na enya dia beja omo enya sankutua wo court wo party penifo any party supporters e begu wo communication officer Sami Jamfi ba hobi to Senya East NDC chairman I am Stephen Ofoso da EBPOB MP Nankasa Gisela Gabriela Tete any NDC from penifo mo constituency na EBPO court bia no mo se bibia abeto de entie de nim se omo yi na wie Afriquency hu se yesa de cash si eno mo kan ho atena police pick up na Sami Jamfi kan ho ene NDC chairman ono no work aso Stephen Ofoso ja no so kan na kan beto one party supporters ni igi boom na de na communication ni promo yi na ya fe de na koso omo se ye ko fan Ghana card ACC diaba police for no kan na o mo de chi de na ko fi ya ko fan Ghana card party supporter ni say ahane ha we de nya de ye be preso enti omo sika na kwa ye ye be ko ye mamu ko ye be ko ye mamu ko ko wi asia no omo ka bibia o to de a se mi ka say de cash o sa ni family na kan on de police for 8 media mu aye ni mo se ko de be ko so edi assembly
se da ba no masamba biem
entie mnya nti nyankopon adoma ekyena ha na court asafe asem ni bi
abra ya ka so mo nkona mra otana ndi setitafo ne nipa nyensen na omanum etesai
wadam be 4 days na yija odi ese no kwanso alo na sami je vive pio no ni sentrofu di nkomo o chiri mu se drip machines no nya machines shebe candidate bi dia Ghana dia into bienu kwanso within the process
esa ayi caterpillar na di be yi kwa no mo dem process ko tata ho no mo so kwa wa
sa
okay
sa ano chese sanko bi won kwa so within the process better taro ho a dia o ye sitin MP ena won kwa so within the process taro ho na nya wo ye income wo ye hwan o we tiri mu se yura yudina ye hwan ya within the process better taro do machines ni enka ye kan ko pa o Ghana kum ha enka wo se MP onobu gizala tetena nka wo bi yanse ono no de process e taro we say ono na ye situ MP enti ankoba na sa eno so na court ni na so si court ni ku asan se mu se dan na holo issue bi enti na je we nkosi bi bia no no gide se asem wi no enche court no be ba asem mi nyira egu
yo na asem fence na me aduma wo china de beto do bia na wo de amane ye BKB ayayama no boni ene utus breku district court ana wade ensemwe atu da wase drip no ena drip ensu edisi obisu wodabi we ni ekwa na mu yi no district roads improvement ma no eno na eba ya yesi yijahin adi no se de be ya obi twom bo mu so yijahin akofa katapira na ba nso tuwe ina nkuze so yusu onto ayabokra ma wotu senya verse foda enti adentina de oposta ekotale aban de a obia sika eka hu bi na yede ba be yakwan afei omukwa wawa ya ode min kasa bio ko me kasa me kasa
se enye wo na wasa wai ni free ho wono so aboka yaye
dabi wrong drip no won drip no machine e di kwan na nsem no amampani elanche ye wo independence square
enti wo kwa wai na sese wo dam wo no
dabi na me chese wrong ndam se me be se me ka ko akire court ni min kasa wrong to the standard a state property a government property a men taxpayers money and they tosa machines in the buy and this yeah the
so be the poster tally overhead overhead na nya state property yeah sika no
overhead overhead is different from machine at the moment obi say ka bi twem caterpillar yi kwan na do bi bana obi poster tally na de na baba team woni mabaka sise nipa na di machine
ba. At the moment obi so the poster ba akotare overhead no na nkyira se na aba na overhead.
The maker wonya ntimase.
So that adebe wrong is wrong and what how ko why free ho. O diska na ye wo de na obi ko why ye be ye oya. Nti ode ne de atare wo so fa de akotare ho. Enye ye nyina ye de anambo a.
Da na make sense. Wrong so de metal ho.
Abusuafo ye ko Ira David Komiado enchane na twenkomo. Ola David Komiado ke Ghana ma he. Bana na hu ye.
Na me ado me hu ye, me jiri se mo so mo ye.
Yasu ye hu ye pa, krata ye ni atwa so bie ne se wachina da ke Ghana fo mu ginam din pampe. Kana ma penjo da man mama se munko EC officers awodo na mun protest ade na munya manyokuo na mu ko tan dis ye chiama maye bibisa obetima chechirem kakra ade a kire yen.
Yo me da se me chiao mo ti fo ni na. One say yeah civil society organization in our kind of about ejuma na ye and to be beer but to want to be no and no such my di na yeti provisional voters register no e buy no you feel I'm for be so free omo challenges are omo and answer my experience exhibition centers hono obi di nim ebi di asesa no ebi me transfer omo any on keka ho bebre on Saturday na bae no ya true statement afa ho say ya
calling for summary rejection of the provisional voters register, and a year calling for nationwide protest. You know what your statement will be. I'm going to make a more interview. So we have a plan. Say a demonstration that and some NDC for the Omodia at the Bomo. To me, yes, a prior Okaboma in book. But from the America say in unity lies strength. I mean to say NDC for quiet, not a Ghana phone now, could be there. Not a yes, you or say a behavior. Demonstration is a say electoral commission BTA. The pressure bet to questions on with TA. And say in the boom. We are in the back not in a warning commission. Minya, I didn't know young Coca NDC for NDC Jumari. And no end says NDC for and then says NPP and then says PPP and CPP and PNC. A Ghana and talk on a year. Ye G or minor soon be a siho. Ye bo or minor economic be hubra. And in this will be for na nice to said the oil as a bon some plans of the mining in Quadia Minia. Nice to see a supported.
Na me bisa reason say wo ye bibia fa ho ama bibia koni everything is being worked on and you not okay adentina mugusu still wa demonstration.
On say electoral commission nyama o ye no ama dodo 9 o electoral commission nimi. Am I in electoral commission name? Electoral commission now we NDC for a challenges here. Omoka once a man say also no mushiano. NDC for say oh ne papa mo a nka yen sure then say be ame amete hey. Me name members e be me be ahwe. Na ya follow me on say be NDC for in some mo kan na intro mo job dodo mo my asumdwe. And as electoral commission ampa Bibi or why touch my into my share. Electoral commission so Ghana phone line share. Then may be say on say, Ninya, then electoral commission DCA. So will be how did they see there? Then to me, GD will move on Quaco Kukomu. Nakasa will correct it. Bra, Nama Ubia and no one say, Nanka electoral commission ma won kwan a enka GD mapa anka Ghana for in no nimuno enka besaka enka besa. Because obviously, you are not an interested party in these elections. Who the referee? And you couldn't then come out. Now, so say, the man said, "I will see who going there." Now, as a new business, because electoral commission way or supported party A and a party B. Also, and into no, you entrusted electoral commission alone. So back or shut them, nor the saying register the electoral commission. Voters register now. Now the Bema on the 9th of July. The voters register number 20th August without telling us anything whatsoever. As we speak, BVR, electoral commission a political party being the woman or Becca and some gun of women. How can we trust this electoral commission or conduct itself in this manner? And it is we need to mind danger. Who correct Sabra? Then trans should me corrected. You see. Forensic audit. The electoral commission, you have forensic auditor, them or how bad the bread in my major mensa. Or how bad the bread Bosman Asari. Tete some tete or how bad the bread. Suboku or how bad the bread. Ana Eddie or how bad bread Peter Pia Henny. I didn't see MPP more, I didn't buy director or electoral commission or on how mana. We find it very difficult to understand. And the trust, public trust for the electoral commission, it is almost dying. The electoral commission must do something about it.
Okay. Now, money this is for the way issue ya register here bet me and I say issue ya can want me bet to me as survey and I say bet me as a sabi B is no.
There are a lot of plans on the table. We are just the first one. Che, ye book constitution by 1992 constitution. Article 42 say, my may be pian should be wine, Jawidi 18. They are eligible, which means why register. Now, Jumba of file between out to about maybe beers in no wine. constitution na my ho kwan say yen timemufo no yen bo constitution no ho ban because eno na my ano eno na my voice eno na my Ghana ni eno yen tina se ma obi nsi a constitution ni ma say na ye bia be sure say yen disenfranchise nipa ba kupu e wo memu hanom nya we are going to do it obi bia we be supporting us say MPP say omo ye another chain say omo na democracy nya will be too much happy to support them.
It's the na akasha Ghana for watchna Edru Swewie
demonstration na yeah no even though yes NDC for the organizing NDC for no NDC for them on kwan come ko bi because me NDC ni I don't say me kwa kotuma ba ma NDC ana me kotuma ba ma MPP ana CPP ana yeso vote your secretary do one the chair but me part of that political party. And into the NPP na me ya ma na me ma NDC ana se minchi electoral commission nti na what na me call the money bi me call the money because na me call the polling center wa me hu me bi na me tinya to aba ni bi and into na me call demonstration no me call demonstration because and say electoral commission prepare a fraud register a bit me nya bi pin se me di mo nkwa se me nya mo akoya ne di ni me se ma no me didn't say not to be. Me call demonstration because as I say electoral commission near audit. Now you correct all the mistakes and anomalies are all registering. Yeah, yes, I mean at the boy. Into your gun and now teaching also say yendo and I know into no umwa. Over cop police center on the bones of would be at the end of what waba. And no son a hajing. And no son a bit to me a higher soon day. And no son a bit to me a yeah, can't go because only 200,000 on the road, on the streets. All maintaining one say, but this country cannot survive it. So we should Sri Lanka in for do it and they are just a little over 100,000. Bangladesh a little over 100,000. Almost demonstration, almost 2 abanguye. And that's our memoir. And into the moment, yen spontaneous or Chinanian Kasanchi Electoral Commission. There, yen to the taxes. And the board commission no bra. Yen to monopoly taxes na di charge mensa. Boss Manasare samotete tribo kweku oni omo makani na Peter Pia hene omo nyina. Yen sika any di run commission ye di run elections no. Enti yen serve your interest.
Okay. Olade kumiado ya bada se one Ghana for kasafa ye kasafidi so that's bema.
Let's me da bebe.
Abuja for careful for care Ghana. Owa David Kumi Ado ena yene no atwe nkomo ne nyina mo no na wo kire se isi no ene se de ene disi for ye se wonum protest na ni bia ena care Ghana for de ho akwhye mo se enya se oyamanyeko ni bi ansa na wo se wo de ho hyem na wonum nyina
hade oh ewano no je pita no
konfa nochi
aha ana mu de
ana ye fra no NPP ahofasu enti we so bi ko yi free ho a ye betimi aba ba che ne de nako enti de aba ne se wo so fa de kofa ho ana me boa
de de kofa ho bi so de ho dada
enti obi de ho so me de fa ho enti no so fa me yi
de kofa na cha de NPP ni o se bi plata
o se ata de enti wo so mo sha na ta
dada de no kofa na cha ba we afa de se na ta
enti so ta bro enti wo se enti se no bi so hu se so ta ba bro enti en fa chini nkwasi ni ti so so na just sa enti se empanimfu a wo se wo no hwe we sei kemefo na wo so mo be sei sadie we ne wo se
etoretin
so what you say enti se kemefo anya na wo kokoyi a o metimi de banka ba bagunsa ye ba che wako enti me so me hwe na se enya yi na nkoma me so a na so me de me de akofa ho so what you say
ayin fa na obi o mo matale wa wie no
aha
o matale wo de ko fe o ga se media da ho na da beta so
enti me so me de chinyere wa ko se litiri so so what you say it's simple as that so that nyansa dia wo ho so what is uko wa free wa be nyansa mti nko wa o so fa dia ko kan wo nyina ye dia Ghana property nti sa na tie busofo yem so so na yenkoye ni member of parliament ma de sha won ewo ni ngo prampram abato mpesua so ye Owura Sam George won na so say family value match a won me say ebekwa so September bosum that so do so no won atu dia shada ko eye October bosum that so enwotwe na wo chem say ye beboa ama demonstrations ahodo ni protest ahodo a wo say enkofo protest no won na ye ni nyina pepe na political demonstrations ni nyina kwa wie ansa na won de we e de aba na enu so ebeboa ama won so ababa won pa wo chem say ehu nya pa say family value bill no dodo na ni anti-gay bill no won ebetumi ahwe aye de wo so mu ye bia de fa ho se be ya ebetumi aboa na niema eni mpo demonstrations ahodo abobo so nti ana won matu e de ahye.
There is no matter before the Supreme Court that is more important than a determination on this matter, which stays the hands of both the legislature and the executive. There is no case before the Supreme Court of Ghana today that affects both the legislature and executive, for which reason we believe that this must be primus inter pares. There was a quorum judgment in support by His Lordship Justice Yoni Kolendi. We believe that and hold the view that in light of the judgment of the Supreme Court in that case, which deals extensively with the same matters raised by Amanda Odoy and Richie Delaskar, the Chief Justice must empanel the Supreme Court and determine the matter in tandem with what her colleagues in that panel have done, with alacrity, because this matter is one that stays in the hands of both the executive and the legislature. In light of this, we have decided to postpone the Family Values March from the 17th of September to the 8th of October to allow for the political demonstration to happen and all of its consequences to be done. And then the next available date, which we're able to arrive at with the regional command, is the 8th of October.
Episode 4 Owura Sam George.
Yanku enumwe na yankenkan taking over kasebono ensunwe kane amadu no jem ewo Saudi Arabia memu no jem de ama oman Ghana ewo eni sabemu no Yawura Ambassador Alhaji said Sinari pani na tu bia chese afi abato no wo mtase ama NDP fo emfa nyadi hu ene krono emezi so moda Bible class bo japade ho ban emeni pawunu bia mefa nkudi eninti de ya omde ya no won beje pani ni nzongofo edi nhyemudie afiwei o ka che MPP fo say they will not sit down and allow MPP to cheat again. Never. It will never happen again. Never. They tell me they train, you know. One by bia said the bia ballot paper no ballot box no one everybody buy.
Is the only party that can lead this country, especially the Zongo people. And that this government, the MPP government, they want to rig these elections. And we are not going to allow them to rig these elections. We are going to match them vote by vote in every polling station and the polling centers. Because this country has gone into waste. Bank of Ghana, as you know, has gone bankrupt. Everything is so difficult in this country. Look at the dollar today. The dollar has gone up to almost 17 Ghana cedis. So these are the messages I was giving to them. I told them the alternative, the best person who will bring ease to this country is John Dramani Mahama. And he has done it before. And he's going to do it again. Like I said I was an ambassador before to Saudi Arabia. So I know the cost of the Hajj fares. I know how much the accommodation, the airfares and all that kind of things. The 75,000 Ghana cedi or the 750 million Ghana cedi was too high.
Ana wade ensemwe atu edwane nwachi ana Alhaji Mohammed Nuruddin Fuseni enso aye Abraham parliamentary candidate ema NDC amane kono ono so afre dom se afi abato no mo hwe na mo ntoba emfama NDC no wono as MP said be ya impuntu aka na mampane John Man Mahama ede se so do wie nda wantimane no omo sanso ba abam bi mo betimi ababaye ofakonya no so ebebo nyama wo bi NDC ba abam no obaye de ema wo mo
imam fo so wa hemfo Zongo, everybody are concerned about Zongo. And no Munina could share. Nina and say, Sauka NDC, your full share ND, friend saying Zongo. And see, now say the share campaign, I say, near see Zongo. See, now share Brian Chassis. It's answer any GD say before I said about 2 account to be a movie. So the Allah a Chassis. See, ever Chassis and the friends in Islam. Quran citation in the Chassis. They can full Quran in the year. And she said, Bambo Bia, what elections we mono. Bibia, what being bunny, our NDC, and who elections we mono, the Basako Bonoso. If you know any man penny for a Casa and 17 penny for the Casa in more. In just say NDC there. It is Zongo for 10 years. Sabri, you hear, and people for near Bray, Zongo, and they say, I want to say Zongo near NDC, you know. But any years.
And what's it? Nana Kofi Adakwa. Why, you Achim Mamaso. Or for Kona Sutu, a manafofo. Say, more ye, Mocampa, Mama, and Idia, Obro, and Mamma Cassam. Said a baya about Twitchy, Yatrabai, and a bear Cotrabai, Yanti, or Yenibia.
I'm for the say. I feel about to happen. Yeah. Cabina me camera, Mamoni. Yeah, but 80 and Yantaka. Yeah. Sad Junior Barcoa. And Chesaco Trinco Tima. Yeah, and second. A giant. Yeah. And now be a do how about Oman. Yeah, but no mum. But what you are you dear wo. Of you say about a baby of mine so or mine ever put in. Yeah, a man in point 20 and a yen in a twaba. Yet also be I say, Open say, Obiba drawing Hukua, yeah, Ayakasade, and now the bet and Nipanaba, Ukum, Yava, and in a Bama or Nipa, Udina Chido, what to me, I mean.
Nana Kofi Adakwa ena yete nenkan obisia bejan ni so na yede ene taking over kasaboni na yede asi nisumfo nya badwumaden obapa Beatrice ena etena fide na chi ademaye gina enso aka ho bi Plenga International di wotu omunya kan same ene o man na de ko Facebook no so news editor ayera Philip Mawuli Tete akenka foni nyansa chi ame jao Wadi ana absema mi fa birthday wishes we amfa entrasona yenko yenim ye de traso dia mamenye da papa omoda wase ewo empaibo enchechire ene odo awo edema asafo no nso mansa mfa we nso ensanso trasona yenko happy birthday biem amfa koma Nora Ado Oko school our Saint Roses Primary School and our Akotia Eastern Region na ewa wada obapa ni ba penimpa obusia oman kro awu friso enya asomfa so yankopani asabe mfaso bebre emra oso ubenyini ma obuso nsampa yawo enya ade papa so obapa Nora Ado ene wa woda die yama happy birthday yesore na yanko bodie abusa fa FM masa wa ba charge ma yasa deso DJ Kazito boy numpa ya dawasi Hot FM 93.9 yeah bomb na tete okay didn't think you masa kick me when all this